Free Star Rangers. You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
I'm Ranger Emma Wilcox. My deputy and I are here to help. Now, tell us what happened.
I was out planting in the fields when I saw some men approaching. They looked like soldiers with uniforms and weapons and such. They wanted to buy the farm. Didn't even ask if it was for sale. Their offer was so low, I told them right where they could stick it. They said they'd give me time to think about it, but if I didn't change my mind, I was gonna regret it. Then they left. Back behind the house there's some canyons. They went that way. That place is dangerous. Steep slopes, narrow trails, rock slides, and all manner of hostile creatures, too. If you're going after those men, be careful. Oh, there's one other thing. They said they were the first. First of what, I'm not sure. There must be more of them coming.
Thank you, ma'am. That should be enough for us to find these men. All right, deputy. Keep that weapon handy and your eyes sharp. Since these guys don't know we're after them, they're probably not making an effort to hide their tracks. Now, let's go and check out those canyons. Boot tracks. Several pairs by the look. Not too old either. Let's head down into the canyon and see if we can find them.
Hey.
Right in the damn neighborhood.
Well now, look who Ms. Wagner called in the cavalry. I suggest you turn around and walk.
Normally, I'd suggest you choose your words carefully so we could avoid bloodshed.
You think you're in a position? Well, I've got news for you. All your... So, got any last word? If you think I give a damn about the freeze, matter of fact, that... Air him out! We've been found out! Don't let him leave here alive!
This is bad. You're mine! Move!
okay. Really? Guess you've led a pretty... Maybe the less I know about that. Let's search the area. Maybe we can... Likewise.
Oh, this should be a more than adequate return for our efforts.
We should check the place out. Find anything interesting? Let's see what we have here. Interesting. So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm back. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagner...
What's the news? What happened? I'd always heard the Freestar Rangers were dependable. So who were they? They say the Rangers always get their man, so I can't thank you enough. I'd hate... Of course.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. All right, Deputy.
Be Jemison, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Pressure holding. Take off loose cord. Retro's firing. Orbit stabilized.
Ship, you've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. That's...
I have things for you. Back to the lodge, shall we? I do. Bye-bye.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagners off the land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. That's why we need to fill in some blanks. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm? If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? Hopefully it's enough. Says here the thief had help from someone inside Hope Tech. Ain't much to go on.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? That sound familiar at all?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago, after the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. Hell, it's our only lead. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to. Normally, I'd praise that kind of dedication, but you need to maintain a sense of perspective here. Our authority and our power comes from the Council of Governors. Remember that. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montera Luna. Meantime, I'll look into a possible Good hunting.
Please tell me you're here to help. Not to... You need my help. I was tracking a crew of outlaws that's been preying on... Bastards got the drop on me. As you can see, I ain't... I'll be fine once the pain... The priority right now is the ship. Just patch her up enough to get to Hopetown. Thanks. I owe you one.
We're happy to help.
Thanks. That should... You're right. They were pretty beat up, so I don't think they got real far. We can't let... They look to be heading for Polvo's moon. Good hunting.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Weapons locked. Destroy 'em!
Take them out. The enemy's shield is fire.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You're clear to land.
Landing struts primed. Retros firing.
Excuse me. A little desperate here.
I don't want to hear any complaint.
Ron Hope
You made it.
certainly embodies
Those
the
outlaws
saying,
didn't give you too
"Spare
much
no
trouble, I trust."
expense."
I can walk, talk, and breathe with... That's good enough for me. Well, being a great pilot ain't a requirement. Still a part of the job, though. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from... I was surprised as hell to learn about... Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. His office is upstairs. He's... Marshall already knows this, but I'll say it anyway. Ron Hope isn't just a felon.
Make your questions snappy. You missed the tour? Yeah. Listen, I ain't exactly customer-facing, so... You do. So here is the factory floor, where you get to see me wrangle... Most of them are farmers. It's my job to if you want to ask questions, Polvo was just some nowhere dead-ender until... Let's build sturdy, just a ship that flies right, and Ron hopes I got... Sure, it was a pleasure and all that bullshit to talk with you.
You can do better than that. You just need to apply some good old-fashioned creativity. You know how I built this company? By not spending a single credit that I didn't have to.
I guess I could offer double shifts. It'll push payroll pretty high, but I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Free Star Rangers. At last! Dan, good to see you here. I think we're done here, Bridget.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, the Free Star Ranger. We certainly could use more of you.
How's it going? Bye.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better. That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors. I'm glad we understand each other.
I'm not certain why you choose to back this Free Star elitist snob, but that's your choice. I'll back your play, but I don't have to like it.
Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind. Though what happened after the ship was taken doesn't concern me. What does concern me is making sure that this doesn't happen again. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can. Back to work. I'm sure I don't have... Promises. Army, I want the thief found. And I'm sure I don't. Then, now. Well, sadly, I suppose that you... Well, I'm... Very well. This town, I provide... If word get...
Well, heavy is... But the deputy has...
Despite what you think. But my primary I'm glad
We should add that artifact to the collection as soon as possible.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you're... heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail. Let's hope. So, guess you're headed for Neon. He's a little different than the rest. He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both... It was good to meet you, Deputy. No problem.
I don't suppose I have time for
This is 3-star collect to space. Hold while we scan your ship. That's all we need.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you.
See? I told you. Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh. If that's all it takes to bruise your ego, you're not gonna last very long in this line of work. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here. But this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. Yeah, about that. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace, make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
Law enforcement isn't exactly welcome in Neon, but that shouldn't deter you from your duty.
Good.
I can't believe this. You're shirking your responsibility based on what this fool thinks. You have a lot to learn about duty and honor.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. Come on. That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. I learned quickly that a Neon staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. Hostages or not. There are two things you don't do in here. One, you don't mess with Bayou's money, and two, you don't take Aurora off-world. But you understand, don't you? That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind. Hey, Billy. Got a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Give me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? Huh. A stolen... Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of ship jackets. I see... It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other.
I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that he's asking for something in the...
Credits ain't really what I need. There is something you can do for me.
If he won't even accept credits,
I can help you. But right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even... Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan. Now Goodman's coming after me. Collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah? Well, tell that to Goodman, because he doesn't see... I swear it on my best set of ring. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epps. Place is locked up tight.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's...
James Newell better watch his back. He's causing problems. No percentage of causing problems.
This is private property. You'd better keep walking. Nah, I don't think so. Do you now? Well, that's... Yeah, sure they... I can see that. You go in, talk, try anything stupid. Yeah. get you in.
Well now, look here. Well now, tell me what brings you by, friend? Little light. Such harsh words. Have I loaned credits to help those in need? I'm well within my rights to collect my due.
Can we get this over with?
Now that's where you're wrong. Cal agreed to my terms, including... It ain't my fault he dragged Bill. What's your stake in? But you're making it my business. I have a legal right to collect what's owed to me. No law is... Then offer me something I want. How much time? Let's just calm down. Huh. That makes a lot of sense now. I suppose just promise me you'll keep my compassionate nature.
You better watch it.
Can you believe Xenofresh charges?
Goodman's with the city.
Did you talk to Goodman?
Dealing with him won't cause ripples.
Yeah. Glad the badge still means something.
The Syndicate doesn't worry all that much about the Rangers. I think our new deputy here...
Okay. Time for me to keep my... The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes... Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit.
I know her. When she isn't out... That's on the upper platform.
Yes. A Freestar Ranger, and his... Now that's what I call real. So how come I'm talking to the side?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring back... Anyway, this ain't my first That remains to be seen. I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you... That sound about right? All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little... I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. Nothing I did put anyone in... Hey, all I did was provide them with transportation. They didn't say any... Look, I wouldn't have got involved if I thought anyone would be hurt.
Not asking questions is just as bad as giving... If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder.
It's not that simple. Not happening. I doubt more talk is gonna change my mind. You might be right. You're starting to make a lot of sense. I guess if I can't trust a Freestar Ranger, then I can't trust anyone. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since. Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the First, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know? Yeah. Sure.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone could crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go. Suits me. I'm getting too old for this one. Ain't many can say they grabbed a ship right out of Hope Tech.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. And that's it.
I think I got them.
Hey, Deputy!
Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think? Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and so stimulating. Probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you and the other Rangers. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful? Oh, come to daddy, my sweet little mystery slate. I see lots of coffee and late nights ahead. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so I'm not usually hard to find. You're counting on me. You know I outrank you, right? Please and thank you go a long way when addressing your betters, rookie. Deputy!
Let's talk for a minute. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hope Tech? This is your case, remember? Price has his own responsibilities. Sounds like you're making real progress. You're off to a good start, but that's all it is, a start. What did you learn from this starship thief? Well done, Deputy. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker. I could give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move. Like what? Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar Collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy. They also guarantee privacy, so it's an ideal place for someone trying to keep a low profile. Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation. Most likely place would be the clinic. They also guarantee... Ranger Ben Guess we're done here. Welcome back. This is your case. Sounds like... Good. What did you learn from... Now we're getting some. Sounds like you've got a couple... I served with Maya. I could give you some back... They said she was a child. I don't think she... There was a mech... He came from money. Marco had a... He had this dream. All right. How can I... Around the time he got out of... Based on what you... Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now, looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Just remember, that's outside Freestar. Your priority is together. Just remember that. In other words, you ain't... Good hunting.
You've entered the clinic space. Please dock, or leave the area clear for incoming patients.
Locked in.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you.
Yeah? Oh, now hold on a minute. You're the new deputy, ain't you? Yeah, the marshal's been sending out. Yep, I'm pretty well caught up on things. Ben Armistead, pleased to meet you. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're the newest member of the Rangers, and I'm the oldest. So, is one of them first... raring to go, huh? No better place in the settled systems. You can bet it beats anything them UC pick. I know just the man who can help.
This was a good outing.
Just between you and me,
closer.
I ain't entirely sure why someone felt the need to station a ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Darvish. She's the one in charge around here. And she's also on the Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being in here, and I ain't fond of them right back.
This place is a far
Bunch of
cry from
stuffy
City.
eggheads, if you ask me.
That's for sure.
Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with.
Just
hey there,
1
Ari.
week without something
Working
weird.
hard or
That's not
hardly
too
working?
much to ask.
Hey, Chief. A little more of the former than the latter. What brings you by?
Well, the deputy here could use some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in my office.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems... I wish some of the doctors... So who's the suspect you're after? Former soldier, huh? Yeah, they say war changes people forever. Makes me sad. The name's not ringing any bells, but... Do you know what was wrong with her? That should help narrow things down. I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming that... Okay, give me just a minute here. Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally, here we go. Oh. No matches found for a Maya Cruz. If Maya's here, then she's got to be using it. Which actually makes a lot of sense if she's a wanted. I guess it's possible. Maybe I can give... All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace... What's her last name? And then there's the Nakamori woman. I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start. You're welcome to use the ranger station.
If you need assistance, please see Ari Miller at the desk.
Yes. What do you want? I'm sorry, but we don't permit unscheduled visits. You'll need to ask whoever it is that you wish to visit.
Who exactly are you? You could be Solomon Coe himself, and my answer would be the same.
The rules are the rules. No.
Oh my goodness. Are we really going to let this bureaucrat?
I see. Well, that does change the calculus somewhat. I suppose I can make an exception, since it's Freestar Ranger business. This will get you in. Conduct your investigation quickly and without disruption. I do hope you won't make me regret this.
Stop. You picked the wrong fight. Someone comes to take a look at me.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
Ship dock. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring
Now I can see my Stroud Eklund has set up shop here. That crystalline formation looks quite intriguing. vessels, and not one of them would have remained space-worthy if it wasn't for the robots we had aboard. This cavern, it's like an enormous geode. Crystalline formations like this are incredibly rare. Why this place was abandoned, I'll never understand.
I am engaging the enemy. Engaging a hostile target.
Anything valuable? You know, my parents used to have a robot with a bad internal gyro motivator. Poor thing tipped itself over all the time. Find anything useful?
Well, what are you waiting for? Finish it. You might not think so now, but it's likely to end up that way. How about I make this real simple for us? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind bars. You want to put an end to me here and now? But if you want to let me die on my own terms, well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. But here's a problem you'll have to... I've encrypted this slate. If you can crack it, now get out of here.
Why anyone would want to live somewhere so old is beyond me.
Pretty tough living here.
Hiya.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the canteen.
Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy jumping from one... How do you like the job so... Well, with an attitude like that, I sure wouldn't want to be one of them. So, what brings you... Well, well, what do we have?
Well, this is new.
I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, you be careful out there, Deputy.
Not everyone is.
Roach? I know I trust you, but the record streak, I'm only one away. Again. Roach. Know what happened last time?